In Iran, we also find the tradition of a double tree, one of which comprises, according to the Bandahesh, all seeds, while the other is capable of furnishing the drink of immortality, haoma, and spiritual knowledge, which leads us immediately to think again of the two biblical trees of paradise, the one of life and the other of knowledge. The first, then, is equivalent to the representation of the kingdom of heaven that sprouts from the seed irrigated by the man in the symbolical field in Matthew 13, 31 and 32. We encounter it again in the Apocalypse of John, chapter 22, verse 2, and especially in the Kabbalah as that great and powerful tree of life by which life is raised on high, and with which is connected a sprinkling by virtue of which is produced the resurrection of the dead, a patent equivalence to the power of immortality in the Vedic Amrita and Iranian Haoma. Assyrio-Babylonian mythology also recognizes a cosmic tree rooted in Eridu, the house of profundity or house of wisdom. But what is important to recognize in these traditions, because this element will be useful in what follows, is another association of symbols. The tree also represents for us the personification of the Divine Mother, of that same general type as those great Asiatic goddesses of nature, Ishtar, Anat, Tammuz, Sibyl, and so forth. We find, then, the idea of the feminine nature of the universal force represented by the tree. This idea is not only confirmed by the goddess consecrated to the Dodona oak, which besides being a place of oracles, is also a fountain of spiritual knowledge, but also by the Hesperides, who are charged with guarding the tree, whose fruit has the same symbolic value as the golden fleece, and the same immortalizing power as that tree of the Irish legend of Mag Mell, also guarded by a feminine deity. In the Edda, it is the goddess Idhun who is charged with guarding the apples of immortality, while in the cosmic tree Yggdrasil, we again encounter the central symbol rising before the fountain of Mimir, guarding it and reintroducing the symbol of the dragon at the root of the tree, which contains the principle of all wisdom. Finally, according to the Slavic saga, on the island of Bajon, there is an oak guarded by a dragon, which we must associate with the biblical serpent, with the monsters of Jason's adventures, and with the garden of the Hesperides, that simultaneously is the residence of a feminine principle called the Virgin of the Dawn. Also rather interesting is the variation according to which the tree appears to those of Holger and Preston John, whom we have mentioned elsewhere. In these legends, the tree is often doubled, the tree of the sun and the tree of the moon.